thought I was the nanny. I would be pushing my son around and like, oh, you're a nanny? Like, oh, do you have hours?
They gave me the look, the look like, oh yeah, she got pregnant when she was a teen.
I want to be a mom. I want to have kids, and I want to be young while I'm doing it.
And that was the black sheep always. Rebecca Woolf from Girls Gone Child. Hi. Your experience as young mothers. I had my first child at 23, which in LA years is like having your child at 13. I was 15, 20 years younger than the women who were having babies when I had my first. And they really wanted nothing to do with me. And I'm not being sensitive. Like, they really didn't want me around.
I love this topic, and I'm so glad, Rebecca, that you brought this up. When I had my first child, I was 21 years old, and I felt as though a lot of, if not all, the older mothers looked at me as though I were a child. They looked at me like I was some kind of problem child. I don't know.
I felt so loved, just like the two of you. The Koreans do not agree with having kids at a young age if you're not married. And then having a biracial kid on top of that was like, woo, the topper on it.
When I told my mother that I was having a baby, she was more concerned with the reactions, I think, that I was going to get. She knew it was gonna be tough being a young mother.
When I was 23, I looked like young. Everyone always thought I was the nanny. I would be pushing my son around and like, oh, you're a nanny? Like, oh, do you have hours? Do you work Friday nights? Would you babysit for us? Like, it was offensive.
I've been through the exact same thing as you. I've been asked if I was a nanny. I've been asked if I could babysit for their so-and-so's family too.
They feel like they looked at me like I was less than. I just accidentally got knocked up, which I did, but I wanted to have a family. When I really thought about being pregnant and thought about having a baby, even though I was 21 years old, I was like, wow, I really want to have my family, and I want to be young while I'm doing it.
No matter what, it's lonely when you first become a mom. I think the loneliest time in your life will probably be those first few months of motherhood. It's even lonelier for younger mothers.
You're trying to figure out who you are, because that's what the 20s are about. And then you're trying to raise a kid, and that is, nuts. So you're going through this kind of emotional roller coaster, and your kid's like pooping all over the place. And that would make anyone feel incredibly lonely.
I did lose a lot of my girlfriends because, and it wasn't as though there was like love lost between us. It was just, I had a baby and I had a husband and I was tired, and it's just not hot to go out on the dance floor and shake your groove thing when your breasts are leaking milk.
It's really hard, you go from having a social life to having no social life at all, and then when you don't belong in the social life that is motherhood, it's really sad.
You can sort of look at it through rose-colored glasses. When your child is 16 and their child is 16, you will be the hot young mom still. So yeah. Ouch, ow, ow.
The conversation is happening now at momversation.com.